and I was literally so terrified. I was like, oh my gosh, like it's been 2 weeks. Imagine I'm actually like, this is happening after 2 weeks of being an au pair. I was like, this is crazy. Hi, my name's Lucy Clifton. I'm an au pair in Paris. I have my own YouTube channel if you want to search that up. I wanted to become an au pair because I'm currently applying for drama school and I needed something to do on my gap year. And so I thought, what can I do? And then I was like, oh my god, I want to live in Paris. So I was like, what's the easiest way to move to Paris? And then I found out about au pairing. I researched it and I went through AuPairWorld and became an au pair, and it's perfect for so many reasons. Some of these I list on my own YouTube channel in au pair videos that I do, so you can go check out that and reasons why you should become an au pair too. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about my au pair disaster where I got fired and my kind of journey with that struggle and how I overcame it, and have landed with the best family ever now. And I just wanted to share it because it's kind of a scary story, but I've come out and I'm so grateful for the experience, so I just wanted to share it with you guys today. So with my first family, it was going all great. 2 weeks into au pairing for my first time, I started getting asked to do a lot of cleaning work, and I was like, okay, this is fine. Like, I didn't expect to have to do this, so I just asked around, like with my au pair friends who I'd made, and they were like, no, we don't clean, like none of us clean, it's not a requirement, you shouldn't really be made to do all of this, like you should just be made to look after your own stuff and do the odd thing here and there to look after the house and the children's stuff, but nothing big, like you're not a cleaner. So I was like, okay, maybe I should bring this up with my au pair mom and just ask the question of how much I should be doing, if this is within my hours. Can we just make it more clear on my contract, and then maybe if you want me to do all of this, then you could extend my pay to the hours that I'm now working. When I brought this up, their reactions were if I had said something so dramatic and I was insulting the family and I'd completely disrespected their trust and the relationship that we'd created. And I literally asked one question. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was gaslit into thinking that what I was asking was like a terrible thing and I'd really insulted them. From that conversation, I was literally shouted at and threatened with like an increase in hours and a sit down conversation with both the parents the next night. And I was literally so terrified. I was like, oh my gosh, like it's been 2 weeks. Imagine I'm actually like, this is happening after 2 weeks of being an au pair. I was like, this is crazy. I went through the contract. I like wrote up some ideas of how I can fit this cleaning into my normal schedule. The next night I went into the conversation and I was like, look, it's actually fine, like don't worry about it, I've figured it all out. I was literally just confused and looking for some clarity and support, but don't worry about it, like it's actually fine. And she was like, no. And they popped off, like the parents popped off and like went in on me, which is crazy because I'm a 19-year-old, you know what I mean? Like a 19-year-old girl who's living away from home for the first time in a different country. Like, it was quite intimidating, to be honest. The best thing I could do in the moment was just stay calm and breathe through it and remember who I am, what was even happening in the first place. So I really just focused on my breathing, focused on myself, and basically how to like get out of the situation. And so that night they were like, we're going to talk about it and we're going to see if we want to keep you on in the future, whatever. And so I went into my room, I told my friends, and they were like, that's horrible, like that is horrific, Lucy, start looking for a different family. Like whether or not they fire you or not, it doesn't matter, like you cannot stay with this family after they've been so cruel to you. So I started looking on AuPairWorld that night. The next morning they fired me. They were like, yeah, we'll change your Eurostar so you can go on the train back tomorrow, back to England. And I was like, excuse me, what? I had to beg them literally to stay another week, work another week, just while I find another family. They let me do that. So that week I had a few meetings with different families that I found through AuPairWorld, and I just kind of started the whole process again, but it was a little bit easier because I was already in Paris. So I met up with this family, and that is a family that I am now with. I went to their house after having a FaceTime meeting with them, and they're literally perfect. Little did I know at the time how perfect, but they were perfect. And so I just decided to go with them. And anyway, I did around like over 30 plus hours of work this week. And then I had to move out. On the day that I moved out, I literally cleaned like my whole area. Obviously I cleaned it up, and they came down before I left and they were like, this hasn't been cleaned, we're not paying you. And I was like, you what? That I mean, I did clean it, and they literally went round, no joke, they went round on the floor, like, this is the floor, yeah, they went round and literally went like this on the floor with their hands, and they were like, what's this, at like tiny bits of dust, and like there was literally nothing. I was so shocked at the audacity, like the audacity. They were like, we're not paying you. And I was like, no, I'll clean more if it's not clean enough for me not to get paid. Like, I'll do the extra bit of cleaning so that you'll pay me my £80 for this week that I've worked more than the amount of hours I've ever worked for you because I did extra babysitting. Anyway, long story short, I never got paid by them, even though I did an extra 45 minutes worth of cleaning while my new au pair mom was sat outside the house in the car waiting for me. Anyway, we live, we learn, we forgive, we forget. I have moved to this new family now. I am literally so happy. They are perfect for me. We get on so well. We've just created this beautiful sacred bond with each other, and I really think that we will remain close for like the rest of my life. Like, I literally love them so much, and I'm so grateful for everything, because even though it seems like such a crazy situation and so much pressure on me, I just had to remember to stay grounded in my being, to breathe through it, and to remember why I started being an au pair, what I want out of this year, and to not lose sight of that, even though I was going through a tough period. Like, it was just redirection, and it opened the most beautiful door to the most sacred family and the most sacred memories that I have yet to have unlocked. So yeah, it was a really important kind of mishap that happened to me. I'm really grateful for the experience, even though it was a little bit shit for me to have to go to like only 2 weeks of being an au pair for the first time in my life, but we move. I am literally so grateful for the experience, and I'm so grateful as well to everyone who supported me at the time. Like, I made friends when I first came to Paris, and within 2 weeks these people were saying like, you can live with me if you don't have anywhere to live, like, we'll support you, we're always here if you need us, we'll help you look for families. And it was just so lovely to receive all that support, and the amount of connections and memories I have made with these people, and just as an au pair, have been things that I will never forget and I will cherish so much forever. And honestly, au pairing has been the best experience regardless of how it started off. And if you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below, or come find me on my channel or on my Instagram. My name's Lucy Clifton. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I wish you so much luck with all this process. Bye.